Hello everybody. Looks like a few of you are starting to pop in. Hi Agnes. Figured we'd go on a little bit of a live drive today in the country while the sun's setting here. It's looking really amazing out tonight. I didn't want to miss it, so I figured I'd take you guys along with me. Turn the camera around real quick. Hi there. Welcome everybody. Trying to catch as many of you popping into the stream as possible. And I'm trying to find a good route to take at this point. So that I can show you guys the sunset as well without it being through a nasty smeared up window. Hey there. So I'm probably gonna have to find a better road to take, but I think I can turn up here. You're only a couple hours east, probably what, Ohio area then? But yeah, it looks wonderful out tonight. I figured I wouldn't want to miss. I've been missing way too many sunsets recently, and it's really kind of one of my favorite things to go out and photograph. Columbus, okay. Love Columbus. You guys have some great YouTubers in Columbus. Always been a fan of Roman Atwood. I was talking to Dennis Rohde the other night. He's not from Columbus though, at least not anymore. I know he lives in Cincy now. But bunch of cool YouTubers over in Ohio area. Oh, welcome from Boston. Hi, Holly. And I gotta find another road to turn on because I actually want to be able to give you guys a clear view of the sunset. It doesn't look half as good through the windshield. So I'm gonna try and turn as quickly as I can, but I'm not really sure if there's any roads going the right direction up here or not. No, that was a dead end. Okay, that's a good thing I didn't take that one. Yeah, I wanted to start trying to do more live streams. Again, it's more interactive for you guys, and you guys can talk with me, you know, at the moment that I'm on, instead of me having to reply to your comments sometimes days later, depending on how busy I get. And I'm kind of liking the format a lot. With the rare exception of sometimes the connection cutting out. Alright, I'm gonna see if maybe, I think I can go this way. Alright, it's not saying dead end. Alright. Yeah, let me know if it starts getting too windy. I'm gonna keep the window rolled down for right now. I'm not gonna try and go too fast, so hopefully it will be a good connection and good audio for y'all. Going out into the country a little bit, so we could end up experiencing a few connection issues. Wow, that's kind of weird. Not really, but I have a Mini currently behind me, a Mini Cooper, and I just had almost the exact same one go by. It was black with white stripes. The one behind me is blue with white stripes. I actually kind of like the Minis, especially when they're lowered. If you've ever seen the Italian Job, they use Mini Coopers in there, and they're all lowered, and I think they look really amazing when they're lowered, even though they're a pretty small car to begin with. Yeah, same here, 820. So yeah, we're probably not too far away. Although the Eastern time zone kind of does stretch a while. I wish this guy would use his turn signal so I knew which way he was turning. But, alright, we're gonna turn away from the sunset for just a minute here. Yeah, it's actually finally here. The trees around here are starting to bud a little bit, some of them. Not seeing... Oh, now we're starting to get into some area where the green growth is happening, and you can kind of see that right now. I'll give you guys a forward view here. It's kind of a neat place. There's a lot of people out today. A lot of people trying to hike hike around and enjoy the sunset. Thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, I haven't checked on any of my PayPal stuff recently, although I did, if anybody's caught the new episode of 539 Productions, there is the Patreon credits on there now, finally. And so if any of you are wanting in on that and wanting to support the journey on Patreon, I will add you guys into the credits so that I can have a way to thank you all for your support. And I was telling people on Twitter and Patreon earlier and over the last few days that I know a few of you out there have chosen the tiers on Patreon where you get the signed photo, and I'm going to get those printed here over the next day or so and then out in the mail. So if you're still waiting on your photo, don't worry, I'm gonna have them out here soon. And it didn't look like anybody was extremely far away, so I don't think shipping time's gonna take long at all. Yeah, shoot, I think a lot of us would love to be in Hawaii right now. Although it's supposed to be in the 80s here tomorrow. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that. But I don't know how long it's gonna last. Standard Midwestern muscle car right there. I can't say anything though. They're way faster than anything I've ever owned. But oh my, I hate it when roads aren't marked as dead ends and then they are dead ends and then you end up getting screwed over. Wonder if you can see the I should clean my mirrors. Oh man, what time is it in Australia right now? You guys have to be late, or you guys might be almost a full, I think, aren't you 12 hours away? Something like that. All right, getting turned around here. Took the wrong turn. All right. Well, first we had the American Muscle, and then we had the fart can on the very, very slow. What is that? Oh, that's a Cavalier. I always thought it was kind of funny, cars that sound fast but aren't fast at all. I think it's like the teenage thing for everybody though. If it sounds loud, it must be quick. But maybe some news, I might be taking off. Hey Jen, but I might be taking off tomorrow to do a little bit of a longer trip, maybe an overnight trip. I'm not really sure 100%, but I am kind of in the process of doing a little bit of research right now. And if I can, I'm gonna try and do that. Welcome to everybody from the 539 posse. I actually finally thought of a really cool design for that, and once I get Photoshop working here and updated, I'm gonna start working on getting that done and then uploaded to the Spreadshirt account. But I think you guys will like it. It's kind of a neat little design, hard to explain, but I kind of want to spell it out in between the 539 and kind of make it a curved design, almost like it's sitting on a hill or something like that. So it looks something like, you know, the PO and then a 5 and then you gotta get the hint. So the letters will be in between the numbers. So, and then maybe we'll put the hashtag below that if it looks okay. So yeah, if I end up doing an overnighter tomorrow night, depending on how I do it, if I do like a hotel, like a cheap hotel, I might bring the ukulele along with me and do something there, although that might not be the best idea. Somebody said something about camping. It disappeared before I caught it though, so I apologize. I might be camping. Just depends on what all I find. I did find a really cool abandoned location that I would be able to camp by, so I gotta make a call tomorrow morning to, yeah, I actually have been I had never seen the pancake last name. But actually, now that I say that, I think there's a famous sports guy named Daryl Pancake. So I think I might be wrong. But in terms of the ukulele, I am, or I have been practicing a little bit more. I haven't picked it up a whole lot, but I've probably gotten a couple hours of practice time in now, and been getting the hang of the chords over there as compared to the guitar, and so it's getting a lot easier. Obviously, having played guitar for so long, it's something that isn't extremely hard to pick up for me, so it shouldn't be that long of a process. But yeah, it kind of just depends on where I end up going. I've had some issues before with hotels that, well, not really in music, but just kind of people whining in general. I've gotten some calls at 3 a.m. from the front desk saying, hey, people are complaining about noise. And I'm like, I'm in bed, so it's not me. And it, like, so I know that sometimes the walls are not the most soundproof, so I don't really know, but we'll see. Either way, we'll have some live streams here with the ukulele at some point. It's just been really rough trying to live stream from the command center for the past few weeks, especially with the recent construction that's been going out. So, or excuse me, that's been going on around it. So yeah, it's been real rough. I've been pretty frustrated with the whole situation. Hey there, Faye. Ooh, that's a neat little wetland area right there. We actually have a lot of swamp area around here. It's another thing that people don't typically think of in the Midwest. Yeah, I'm actually glad that it's gotten a little bit cloudy around the horizon, because it's actually made the sunset look pretty amazing. It was looking pretty much 100% clear about an hour or two ago, and so I was afraid that it was gonna, look okay, but not really that beautiful, not with that contrasted and all the different colors. And really, at the end of the day, it's really, no pun intended, but it's really the clouds that determine, how many different colors and the different patterns in the sky. So it's actually better to have the sunsets with a little bit of cloud cover. than it is to have a completely clear sky. As you can kind of see, you can see the clouds kind of streaking away from the horizon there. Currently I'm in Indiana. I don't know how far we'll make it. I'm not very far away from Ohio, but that would be going east, so I don't really anticipate turning away from the sunset right now. Just doing a quick little drive and wanted to enjoy it a little bit and make sure to get something up here on the My Story channel. We've been getting some new subscribers in recently, and I appreciate everybody that's recently subscribed. There's another wetland area, but it's kind of dried out right now. So if I end up doing the overnight tomorrow, we will have some sort of live stream from the road, and maybe on the road too. We'll see. Just depends. I don't want to run my data into the ground, but I'm not going to be doing any editing on the road, so it is potentially possible to do some on-the-road live streams. And yeah. That doesn't look quite as beautiful. I'm going to turn it back. Hey there. Yeah, I've got so many ideas to do with you guys from the road. I'm really looking forward to this summer and getting out more and traveling further. I've been talking a lot with my friend Ryan from California, who's going to be, hopefully once I get out there and we do some planning, he's going to be starting to do Twitch streams, and we'll be doing a lot of work together here in the future as I'm out there in the West more and more. And so hopefully I'll introduce you to him. He's been a longtime friend of mine and somebody who's amazing at games and has always been sort of I guess semi-pro would be how you'd put it. He's a very skilled gamer that always works with a really amazing kind of a guild of people that switch back and forth between different games, and so I'm really hoping that he'll start doing the live streams here soon, and hopefully doing some videos along with us too. And yeah, I'll let you guys know on that front what we'll be doing, and if I'm ever live streaming with him on his Twitch account, then I'll let you guys know, and then he'll be coming along with us for a lot of the California adventures. So, and I know you guys will really love him. He's got a wonderful personality and great for this type of format, and he's been wanting to get into it as well. So, and yeah, if any of you guys are out in the West area and I'm near enough to stop by and do some collaborations out there, then I'd love to do that. And as you know, I'll be working out with some YouTubers out there as well. I don't know, Faye. I will leave that one up to you guys to decide. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun and should be happening here soon. I'm hoping to be out in California by the end of June, early July, and then maybe spend a few weeks out in Cali. Oh, did I miss something? Yeah, I hate the way the chat works on the mobile app. It just disappears. It doesn't show me like all of your guys's it doesn't, you know, like on Twitch you see the current message, and then you see the message before that, and you can kind of see 2 or 3 messages back, where on the YouTube app it lasts about, I'd say, 3.5 seconds, and then it just disappears. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Agnes. And so yeah, if for some reason it looks like I'm completely ignoring you, just resend your question. I'm not trying to ignore anybody. I just missed it. And I do apologize when I miss you guys' comments. It's just, again, it's so quick and I have to pay attention to the road that it's unfortunately impossible for me to see everything every time, at least with this current setup. Although I have the equipment now to get everything mounted into the car, and so my plan is here soon. Oh, I thought that was a road. Is it? I don't know, I'll turn after this. But it's a little tiny abandoned place. Actually, we're passing by a place I've filmed, or at least fairly close. I could take the highway, but if I take the highway, I feel like the noise level is just going to be incredible, and I'm not going to be able to talk to you guys. I'm going to roll up my one window and roll down the other window so that it's not too noisy, but you guys can get a better color. There we go, that looks a little bit better. Is Holly taking off? Well, thank you for stopping in, Holly. Hope you have a good night. A lot of these places look abandoned, but they're not. Like, that's not abandoned. It's just rusty and overgrown. Well, that's somebody's farm equipment in there. Why is it? See, I hate these roads where the speed limit is abnormally slow. Like, this is a really nice road, and it's a 35-mile-per-hour speed limit right now. It's absolutely ridiculous. Light purple? I think I missed something. Are we talking hair color? My hair's finally grown out a little bit. I might be changing mine back to blue here really soon. And I need to clean my window, unfortunately. It is once again getting littered with bugs and nastiness. And I think a farmer just sprayed his field. I don't think this is fog. It smells kind of like fertilizer right now. But I don't know if you can see the layer. There's a layer of smog going across the road. It's not actually foggy out, and my window's not actually that bad right now. I mean, it's pretty bad, but it's not as bad as it looks right now. I think we're starting to pass through it finally. Alright, that's a little bit better. I have to switch hands, otherwise it starts really hurting my arm after a while. But yeah, I'm going to be installing the equipment here soon so that I can just mount it to the windshield, and then I'll be able to turn it whatever direction I need it to be. And I'll have to clean the windshield off a lot, but it's overdue and needs to be done anyway, especially if I start taking longer trips here. Starting to get a little bit darker. I want to turn again. I'm not seeing, this might be a road up here. I can't tell if it's construction for the new, yeah, I think it's just power line construction, unfortunately. Okay, there's a flashing light up here. I'm going to turn so I can get you guys a little bit better of a view than straight through the windshield. that way. We'll go up to the next street here and turn left. Otherwise, I'm gonna get a really or next couple streets, I should say, because I'm gonna start getting a really obstructed view if I turn down any of these streets. It's mostly just homes. I might be able to turn up here for a little bit. Oh, this looks like it's okay, but I'm pretty sure I know where this leads. There's a farmer out plowing his field tonight. It's very stereotypical Midwestern right now. My hair? Hold on, I'll switch the camera here in a minute. I think I can turn down. Ugh. Oh, I think I might have messed up again. My hair's starting to get longer. The camera's making me look a little bit weird. I think it's the front-facing camera really that is the worst on the iPhone. For whatever reason, it overblows a lot of the image and makes it look absolute white. So yeah, it's starting to grow out a little bit, but eventually it's just going to be short on the sides and long on the top and then blue again. But it's starting to get to the point where I don't mind it. It's not too short. It was a little bit too short for me there for a while, but I've also been out and about recently. So I've been getting a little bit of sun, and because of that, it's looking a little bit better too. I finally got a little bit of a tan, even though you can't tell from this. So, wow, this is hard. Let's show you guys. There's a guy driving in front of me, and he's leaving this dust cloud. Let's see if I can see that huge dust cloud behind him. That's what I have to drive through right now. So once again, it makes everything look especially blurry, or not blurry, but foggy, I should say. There's no roads to turn back north right now, so I can get it. Is this okay? There's a stop coming up, so I think I'm gonna be able to turn north and get you guys a better view. I just missed another message, so I'm sorry. I am somewhere in northeastern Indiana, close to the semi-close to the Ohio border, but I'm not keeping exact track of where I am. As long as I don't run out of gas or anything, I'll be fine. So just kind of going out, getting lost in the country, not taking any specific direction, just kind of choosing at the moment, and then yeah, so it's just kind of a spontaneous little road trip here. Wasn't even sure I was gonna do this tonight, but when I looked out, I kind of could tell that it had a possibility of being a really good sunset. So oh, I think I just missed one of your messages too, Jen. I'm sorry. But I'm not exactly sure how far away I am. Maybe like 20 miles, 30 miles, something like that. All I know is I'm getting low on gas, but I might just stop at a gas station here. The direction I'm going, there's a few different towns here, so yeah. Well, I'm avoiding any major towns right now because I don't want all the buildings and whatnot. So there's some places that are decently close by though, so I'm not incredibly worried about finding any. I'm sure I will stop here pretty soon, but I'll let it get dark at least. I'm not like getting to the point where I'm gonna strand myself or anything, so not really too much of an issue at the moment. But yeah, I will be stopping here fairly shortly to get some gas. Hopefully the live stream does not die in the middle of that. Although I brought my the working charger that I have. The iPhone's charge at a slightly different Harlan. Yeah, actually I have friends that own a business in Harlan. My friends actually own the Harlan cabinets or whatever. So yeah, I've been to Harlan quite a few times. So if you ever buy any of the Amish-made cabinets in Harlan, my friends own that business. This is some small little back town here. You can see I'm actually... Are you taking off, Jen? Thanks for stopping by. I don't know if that church is open. I can't tell if it's still a church or something else. Okay. Well, that's kind of an interesting view with the side view mirror there. But again, I need to turn to get a better view. I've picked up apparently a lot of bugs over the last few days. I thought that was a road. Oh really? Yeah, it's probably cops. You know, on the side of the road. I'm not speeding, so unless they get pissed about the phone, then yeah. Yeah, more than likely it's my friend's dad. I can't remember his first name. I think it's Dean Stoll is his name. And yeah, longtime friends of mine. And I think that at one point or another they've all worked at the factory making the furniture, but it's not exclusively Amish made. They're a Mennonite family, and they're just friends with a lot of Amish people and have Amish relatives that work there. So yeah, they make some amazing furniture though, I'll say that. I think that is a dead end? No, not a dead end. Okay. Sunset's not quite as good right now. Hey there. Welcome to the stream, Dixie. Good to have you here. Finally got turned down a better road, so the view's a little bit better right now. What does this say? 1-lane bridge. What in the world am I coming up on? This isn't a bridge, this is a tunnel. Alright. I'm gonna slow down and see if I can point you guys out the window without destroying. Apparently this is a 1-lane bridge. I think the bridge is above me. The heck? Is it a train bridge? Oh, okay, it's a train bridge. People with their no trespassing signs. These paranoid train companies. But that was kind of interesting looking. Oh, another Texas person in here. Welcome from the Lone Star State. Got Jen in here with us too. She's from Texas. One of the two states that are constantly trying to leave the Union for one reason or another. It's always Texas or California. I'm waiting to see what happens the day that the referendum passes and they actually try to secede. But I don't know if it'll ever happen. I feel like a lot of Texans are too proud to be Americans to leave us anytime. But one of those things that always interested me. I've never been on this road in my life, so I'm not sure exactly where this is going to take us. That was kind of an interesting little tunnel back there. I like that. You got to come back this way sometime. There's one thing I hate about country roads, is that you can never tell when it's just gonna randomly T-section and then... Oh, I thought that actually was a cop. I don't know about the local laws around here revolving around, I know I can't make a cell phone call, but I'm not sure if they would get mad at me for live streaming or not. They probably would, though. I imagine it's probably frowned upon if I'm holding it in my hand, even though I don't really pay attention. No, I'm not lost. I'm not taking any particular route. It's just kind of a random choice. But yeah, I'm gonna try and get turned off of this road again. This is not really a highway, but a more major road with a higher speed limit, so unfortunately not as much fun to be on and not as great of a view through the window or through the windshield as if I could roll the windows down. Yeah, not bad. I do need to stop and like not only clean off my windshield, but also get gas. But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to clean the inside. I think a lot of the dirt right now is unfortunately on the inside too. So I really kind of need to take like a nice buffer and get out a lot of those streaks. I don't know what exactly it is. I think it's like residue left over from like the Windex when you don't wipe it all off. Hi Michelle, welcome. Love Ohio, not too far away from there right now. If I keep driving in random directions, I might end up hitting Ohio. However, as you can tell, I am currently driving west. Yeah, they do kind of look like a line. Coming up on something here. I would stop up at this gas station, however, oh my god, 35 miles an hour. Sorry about this, guys. I'm trying to get turned here, and I'm not really familiar with the road. Okay, I think I know where I am now. Alright. Yeah, I might have to hit that up on the way back here in a little bit. I want to wait till it's completely dark at least to stop. Oh, I've got many, many miles before I'd run out of gas. I'm not in any danger. So no worries there. I'm very, very careful when it comes to my gas level, so it's not... If I'm still driving, you know I have a lot of confidence in my... and how much gas I have left, so no worries. Yeah, I'm absolutely not gonna run myself out of gas. And I've been paying very close attention. I'm one of those people, as soon as the gas light comes on too, I hit the mileage button, and I know that I have at least 40 to 50 miles that I can travel once I've hit the button. And so, yeah, I'm nowhere near anything like that at the moment, so Actually, there's another town coming up here, and probably about 5 or 10 miles. Yeah, you're more welcome to try. It's some small towns. Oh yeah, I've heard of Canton, Ohio. I don't think I've ever been there. Been to Columbus, been to Cleveland, gone to Cedar Point more than a few times. Got friends and family in Cincinnati. Yeah, so I'm in Ohio all the time. But actually, there's a town up here that I'm gonna stop at to get gas. So I'm actually stopping. Not right now, but it probably in about 5 or 10 minutes, maybe a little bit less. I'm not going to kill the live stream, so we'll keep streaming here for a little bit. But yeah, I'm over it. But I am getting out into a lot more Amish country. If I were to travel over that direction, I'd hit Albion, Indiana. It's kind of an interesting, small little town. I'm actually absolutely going to be stopping here soon. But this road will actually come dead center into a little town here in a little bit, and I'll be able to stop there and get some gas and then keep going. I've also got my card on me, so it's not like even if the gas stations are closed, I can still use the pumps. I'm gonna do a road trip to Hawaii, which sounds weird, but I really want to someday drive to Cali and then have my car like shipped over to Hawaii. 'Cause I've seen so many people in the Midwest here with Hawaii plates that I know it's possible. I just don't know how expensive it is. Yeah, there should be a gas station coming up here. But I've got another like 50 miles that I could go before. Oklahoma would be a fun one. I've never heard of that, Ben Blossom. I'll have to look that up. There's a lot of crazy little towns that I've never heard of, never been to. A lot of places around here that I assume will be ghost towns within the next 10, 15 years, and still have a few residents left, but you can tell that they used to be bigger towns, and now they're just kind of dwindling. Yeah, I'm actually been talking with a storm chaser that lives out in the Oklahoma and Missouri area, and I don't know which one he lives, but he films in both states, and he's been in near one of the bigger Oklahoma ghost towns here recently, and he's gonna take me out through that place whenever I head out west, or at least one of the times that I head out west. I don't know exactly when. I hope that wind's not getting too bad. Ugh. My arm's starting to get a little tired, but I'm gonna have to prop it up here in just a second anyway. I'll actually, yeah, there's lots of tornadoes and big storms out there in Oklahoma, especially when you start getting in, well, obviously in Oklahoma, but I mean in general, the Great Plains states are some of the best places to do your ghost, or not ghost hunting, wow, storm chasing. I mean, I actually stopped and got some, oh, I think I'm turning down the wrong way. This is a main street though. But yeah, I got an energy drink right now. Not good for me, but definitely will give me the power to continue on here for a little bit longer. Same there, you got an energy drink? Or are you talking about the same in Missouri though? Yeah, you guys get a lot of, yeah, didn't Joplin, Missouri got hit really bad a few years ago. Maybe that was, it's always longer ago than I'm thinking. But it seems like it wasn't too long ago. I see street lights. Not sure which little town that I'm actually in. I'm trying to keep it kind of pointed at the sunset so it still looks pretty. I've had brief interactions with Wonder Hussy. She has a really amazing channel and does some really incredible places out in the West. And I would love, yeah, she's a model. Yeah, she's even made mention of her own name kind of sounding a little bit dirty, but that's not why she's called Wonder Hussy. It's just a kind of a joke. But yeah, she's a really amazing YouTuber, and I've had some brief interactions with her. She doesn't do many collaborations with people other than her friends though. So I don't really know. It's kind of up to her as to what she wants to. Oh, there's a gas station right over there. So, yeah, if I can get a hold of her and she wants to do something. I feel like the unfortunate part with people like her and a lot of female YouTubers is that, you know, anytime a guy gets a hold of them, there's kind of a risk that they're just doing things for ulterior motives, you know, and not always trying to just do a collaboration. And so I completely understand, and you know, being a model like she is in her real job, she probably has to deal with that a lot. Oh, I just screwed up. I hate it when I have had a car for so many years, but then I turn into the wrong side. Okay. But yeah. Hope this. My other fear coming into small gas stations is that sometimes that they have the old equipment still. And it's like you have to remember back 10 or 15 years. He's one of those people I know of, and I've kind of had brief passing moments where I've had interactions with them, you know, just like Adam the Woo, but they don't really know who I am or what I do, I don't think. So I don't really know. Actually, I guess I could just bring you guys out with me. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this without broadcasting my credit card number over the internet. Are they pretty bad out down in Australia? Yeah, I know Urbex Dane, we talk a lot, but I haven't talked to him a lot recently. I haven't heard from him since last year, but yeah, real good guy. I think he lives in Jersey. I don't know. I know he does work in Ohio. I see him in Cleveland a lot, but Cleveland's about 5 hours away from me. So but yeah. That is really annoying. Not grabbing the, oops, I grabbed the diesel one by accident. There we go. It's interesting to be in a small town and be streaming with a camera on top of you. Wow, my head looks horrible in these lights. With a body, like you found a dead body, that'd be kind of scary. All right. Wow, this is a really fast pump. I don't even need that much gas. I think these people think I'm nuts over here just talking to myself. Oh. Yeah, apparently no one has taken the receipt. I don't even know which one is behind. There I am, okay. Oh, it's no big deal. All right. Streaming is distracting me almost. I don't know what. They've got a bone to pick with somebody. Oh. So yeah. All right, we are good to go, although it is pretty much completely dark now. I don't know, maybe we'll drive through this real small town. I have no idea where I am. I wonder if I can use my, I'm gonna try and use my universal little charging dongle here to charge my GPS, my car GPS, because just being a normal USB, sorry about the angle, guys, my tripod's too tall for my windshield, so I gotta do this real quick. Can't use that one because that one has a microphone and Bluetooth on it. It'll connect to my phone immediately, and I don't know what the audio sounds like coming through that mic. So tell me it has the right. Of course, it doesn't have the right USB. Might have, excuse me, wow. Might have to wing it though. See, this is how organized my car is. I've got like dollars just sitting in my center console. Some antibacterial hand gel. Alright. I guess that was completely useless. So this has another type of USB, an old iPhone charger and a new iPhone charger. It does not like the type of USB that I have on my GPS. So, oh well, we'll just wing it for a little bit while longer and see where it takes us. Oh yeah, I always forget that your name is slightly different on YouTube as it is on Instagram. So sometimes you it took me a little bit to realize it was you, but yeah, I think I followed you on the 539 channel. I think I'm only following one person on the My Story channel, and that's only by accident. But Yeah, let me know. Like I said, I don't know how long you've been in here, but I'm gonna be out going out west by the end of June. Actually, why not just go downtown here? But end of June, early July, something like that. I'm gonna switch the camera around. I'm not that conceited. So, we are somewhere. It might be... I'm trying to think of my Indiana towns that are this direction. I'm way too far north for it to be Auburn. I think. I don't think I'm in the Kendallville area. Some of these buildings are really neat. Oh, that's neat. I love these downtown areas like this. Oh wow, that's a cool building. I've never seen one of the pillars like that, specifically in an area like this. Oh, sorry dude, I just missed your comment again. This is how small of a town it is though. It still has a family video. It's starting to get dark. I almost feel like a stalker when I do that. I'm like filming at people's houses with their lights on. I think we're gonna come up into some more populated areas here. Might be something interesting to look at. I don't really know at this point. I apologize, it is getting a little bit dark. But there's one thing I love about having this Focus like this. It's not the best looking car in the world, not really my style, but it gets absolutely amazing gas mileage, so it kind of lets me go as far as I want. Like, really, it's... Wow, this is an annoying intersection, but it's really not going to cost me much money to drive all the way out to Cali. So I'm really happy about that. I figured maybe the bank sign would say the actual name of the town, but I don't know what town this is, so sorry about that. All right. Pretty sure I'm heading north again, but I'm not 100% sure. I've been missing a little bit of it. Yeah, again, I've complained a couple of times that I can't see some of the chats because it makes it disappear way too quickly. I need to actually look in my settings. The 539 posse. So yeah, oh no, it's okay. I thought it was going to start getting dark, but it's just a little patch here of a dark road, and then it looks like back into a main area. Oh, I think I know where I am. This looks familiar. I've been here before. I think there's a fairground off to my left, which you can't see, but goodies. That means it must be a small town. Well, actually, I don't know about that. Can't even barely see the road. I don't think I actually turned down the right road. I think this is like a little shopping complex. And then there's like a apartment or some sort of apartments or rentable whatever they call the villas or whatever. I don't know. No, villas I think are different. I don't know. Oh yeah. You can tell you're in rural Indiana when you find a rural king. Holy crap. That's some interesting HIDs on that truck over there. Very green. I am really turned around right now. I know where I am, but I don't know how to get out of here. There's like stop signs and no way out. Like, there's like a stop sign in between those two, look at this, right? There's a stop sign. There's no road, but we're at a stop sign. I think these truckers are sleeping, so I'm gonna get out of here. There's our green colored lights again. Those are really bright. You can see how... Oh, I know what town I'm in. I'm just in a weird kind of shopping complex, which apparently has like a place for like boondockers and truckers to park and sleep. So it looked like it was gonna reconnect to the main road. I just turned early. So I'm pretty much just backtracking right now. We're going by Applebee's. And then this is the road that we came in on right here. So all good. I just need to turn right up here, and then we should be going back towards a little bit more of a main road, or a main part of the town, if I remember correctly. I'm not in this place too often. Maybe bring a dinner. Be a heck of a waiter on the way. It might get a little dark here for a minute. But yeah, that's where I was over there. It's just a huge hill to get down in there. So yeah, that's why I was a little bit turned around there. But I can see the lights coming up again here. You can kind of start to tell now that we're gonna be hitting a little bit more populated area here pretty soon. So I'm hoping that it brightens up a bit and looks a little bit more interesting, as it's enough traffic that I just can't keep my brights on. Network administration, that's a fun one. I've got a got some experience myself in network administration and creating domains and managing domains. It depends on the definition of a good boy, I guess. There's a Walmart. Could go cause some trouble in a Walmart. I think I'm getting out of town again. Tech writing though, oh, like the manuals. I always thought that'd be a fun job. Associates in science, that'd be a fun one to be in. Yeah, I think any type of science or technology has always been interesting to me. But yeah, I might be back by then. We'll see here. I'm not sure exactly how far away I am. Some sort of factory over here. Yeah, I think I kind of went around the downtown area and accidentally got back out of town again. Yeah, my mom actually worked in cardiology for about 30 years as a nurse. Yeah, I always thought it'd be kind of a interesting job to do the what is my favorite? Oh, probably the Kentucky series. Lots of great places down there. But yeah, the technology riding I think it would be fun. I always loved it, explain things to people and teach, and I thought it'd be a kind of an interesting way to do that. Wow, this road is really dark. I think I just changed counties. Yeah, sorry everybody, I know it's not as interesting out here. I'm gonna try and get turned around and get somewhere a little bit better. But yeah, unfortunately you can almost see nothing at all right now. And that's not much, it's not much better for me right now. I can't really see either. There's like houses and everything around here, and it's like so dark. Yeah, you know, even myself, like, you know, I started into the whole IT field about 15 or 10-15 years ago, and you know, I hate a lot of the new Windows and all that, and how they're administrated, and I even myself, you know, I forget a lot of things. Well, not forget, but I don't know a lot of things now because it's changed so much. It's like, and I don't use Windows or anything anymore for personal use, so yeah, it's really dark. And there's lots of hills around here. You can't tell, but on each side of the road is pretty hilly or pretty wooded area, or kind of foresty areas right now. So I apologize. I know it's not the most interesting thing to look at. If I could get down a back road or see a back road coming, I actually might be able to show you guys some interesting stuff, but I need to get turned around. Oh yeah, no worries, I'm gonna be careful. But I think I know where I am. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I know this road. There's some sort of business over there. Oh, and I see lights coming up, so maybe I can turn into a town up here. Yeah, I think it looks worse than it actually is a lot of times. I'm not in quite as bad of a situation as it would appear. Okay, I don't really have anybody behind me. Let's take this road. Don't know what it is, but I see street lights up ahead. Somebody's a school bus driver. Some creepy looking buildings with their lights off. IBM, was it Centric? I don't know if I've ever heard of one of those. Yeah, especially when you get outside of the bigger cities, almost everything is closed at night. Oh, that was it. That was the town. Wow. And that's how a lot of the areas around here are. It's just one tiny little downtown area like that, and then pretty much done. But thankfully, it is at least an area where I can illuminate it a little bit more with my brights. So I'm happy about that. I'm kind of trying to start making it back to the command center. I can't do the stream incredibly late. I do want to get some rest, and like I said, hopefully take a little bit longer of a trip tomorrow. I've got pretty much everything charging and almost ready to go, but it really just depends. Worst thing in areas like this are probably deer. Well, there's a little graveyard over there. Looks like it's right in front of somebody's house, though. Yeah, the small towns are kind of interesting. Unless it's incredibly... I'm gonna do anything, but... Up in Michigan, it can get even worse because you guys have a lot more forest area, I think, than we do. Lots of state forest. Not sure what's following me right now. Not actually following, but what's driving behind me. Oh. That's an outlaw biker. He was definitely a patcher. I think that was a member of the outlaw biker gang. They're pretty big around here, and I think those were the right colors. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna mess with a motorcycle on the road, so I'm quite sure if he is an outlaw, he's also armed. So interesting. Oh, that didn't look quite as interesting as it did for me. But yeah, quite a lot of outlaw bikers between here and Michigan, both by club name and just by type of club. So the outlaws are similar to the Hells Angels, but they're like rival clubs. So always makes for fun times when you get up into Michigan for the biker rallies and run into rival biker gangs. Although I wasn't really... No, he's just riding. He didn't care about me. No, I'm not worried. I just meant, like, he's a one percenter. He's a hardcore biker, not just an enthusiast. He's definitely in one of the clubs. He was wearing a patch. Again, I don't know if he was a Hells Angel or an outlaw, but just based upon territory, the little bit of territory that I know of, he was probably an outlaw, or a member of the Outlaws Club. I know there's a lot of different smaller clubs, but you can kind of tell based upon. I think it's the same time for me as he is. It's 9:30 right now. But wow, that guy almost ran off the road. Wow, that was almost really bad. But yeah, you can kind of tell by the pad colors a lot of times if they're a member of a club or an outlaw club. I mean. Well, there's two more bikes, but those were not Harleys. Yeah, some of this area is Amish country, but not this specific bit of country where I'm at. This is, well, from the smell of it, I would say we're in pig farm area, because I just got Oh wow, I don't know if you guys can see. Let me see how well I can zoom. I'm gonna slow down. We got like, that's like, is it supposed to be a blood moon out tonight? I know that's really shaky. I'll stop. That's the moon. Oh no, there's no street lights out here. You see how red that is though? That's incredible. Anyway, yeah, actually this area is a big UFO sighting area. I've even seen some strange things myself out here. But right now, the worst thing about being out here is the smell. Like, it might just be they have just fertilized the fields too. Yeah, oh yeah, that would be a pain. You know, I believe in the existence of aliens and extraterrestrial life. I've always been a skeptic on the whole UFO thing, but with this recent CIA disclosure in January, I think there's a lot of proof now that there's something that's been potentially visiting, but I think that it's a kind of a case-by-case basis. That's how I look at it. I don't think that every time somebody sees a UFO, it's, you know, real, or it's aliens or anything, but I do believe that as a scientific species, you know, here on Earth, as people who study life, and I'm not sure if I've heard of him, but as people who study other forms of life ourselves, I think the idea that if there's extraterrestrial life out there, that they would study us and try to learn about us. I think that sounds pretty logical to me. So, and like I said, if you watch the recent the news article, or the news videos, I mean, from CNN when the CIA did an interview, I think it's pretty much proof positive that there's something out there, and something beyond our capability, but what exactly it is, I don't know. You know, I think there's lots of forms of life that are possible in the universe, and including synthetic life, and so it's hard to say exactly what it might be, but yeah, I would say I believe a decent amount, but you know, I think there's also a lot of fake stories out there too. You know, I don't believe every alien abduction story that I hear. I think some of it's made up, some of it's mistakes. Some people just want to be famous, and so they'll make claims that are completely inaccurate and untrue. But I think a certain percentage of it is legitimate, at least from the perspective of the person, you know, that they're not lying. I don't know that people always know what they're seeing, but again, like I said, we live in a big universe with lots of planets and billions of stars and billions of galaxies. So yeah, the Amish roads are really bad. Lots of horse poop. And then it's just dangerous in general. You'll come up on buggies really quick over the tops of hills, and so if you're not careful, you can end up hitting them. But around here now, they're actually required to have some sort of flashing lights on their buggies at all times during the nighttime hours. So thankfully, it's been getting a lot better and a lot safer. And, you know, I know a lot of them don't believe in modern technology, but I think it's important that we're safe and don't, you know, endanger their lives. But if you've been around the Amish enough, you'll know that there's enough of them that, you know, they're regular people like any of us, and a lot of them don't 100% agree with the rules. And so you will find that a lot of them have electricity in one way or another. They might have a generator that they use from time to time when no one's looking, or a lot of the younger kids will have like sound systems and subwoofers on their buggies, and they'll kill the power as soon as somebody, you know, comes driving by. But yeah, they're just normal people in terms of you know, we all sort of break some rules every once in a while, you know, and so yeah, I think it's a good thing that they have the lights on there now. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out which direction I'm planning to take here. Wasn't really intending to come into this area. Alright, I think I might have to turn around here for a second. I apologize. There's somebody following me very close, and I don't know who it is or what they're doing. And I'm pretty sure it was an Impala. Sorry if I'm missing some of your comments, everybody. Oh, this is just a bunch of hotels. This is gotta be interesting. Live streaming the Baymont Inn. Alright, I'm gonna turn around in here real quick and then we'll try and find something interesting to film. I think there's an actual downtown area around here. This looks just awkward. Like live streaming people's hotels. Alright, let's get turned around. There's another Walmart. You can always go walk around in Walmart. I don't think that would be very much fun though. Just not the biggest Walmart guy. Not that I don't shop there from time to time, but yeah, well, wow. Arby's is really busy tonight. That semi was going to make it. He was about to run up on the curb. Alright, we're just going to keep going the same way, I guess. I think there's some interesting stuff up here. That would be a long delivery time, Jennifer. Man, I wish there were a better way to just mount this phone. Hopefully I can get it set up by tomorrow, especially if I decide to go out on that bigger trip. Wine cooler. I cannot have that right now. That would be bad for me. Good for you maybe, but yeah, there's a few areas around here where the Amish raise cattle and pigs and whatnot, and yeah, that can get really smelly really quickly. I gotta switch hands here real quick so that I can take a drink myself. Got an energy drink here, and it'd be nice to actually be able to drink some of it. Yeah, I think the air typically is better, at least not on the days that they spray the fertilizer maybe, but in general, Yeah, I think the air pollution is a lot less dangerous and a lot less prevalent out in the country. The stupid thing to me is that there's actually easy ways to change it. We know how to change it, we just pretty much don't do it. You know, and like, really the answer to smog a lot of times is green roofing, or for high-rise buildings to start planting plants and trees on the, not necessarily trees obviously because of the root systems, but you know, to plant plants on the top of buildings actually would solve a lot of pollution issues, because it really is the lack of plant life that's causing the pollution to get out of control a lot of times, including obviously some of the factories and stuff that surround cities. But yeah, for whatever reason we don't do it, which I think is kind of sad, because you know, a lot of these cities are such beautiful places, and yeah, be a underground planter, underground urban farmer. But you know, a lot of these places are so beautiful, even the cities, and yet they have this layer of smog half the time that just makes it so ugly looking. That would be a long trip down to Texas to pick up Jen. I imagine I'm a good, probably 20 plus hours away from Texas. I know I'm at least 18 hours away from the border of Florida. So at least that's the quickest I've ever made it from here to Florida, was 18 hours. And that was probably driving way too fast. Can I turn here? Maybe. Actually, I think, yeah, I'm gonna go back and turn there. We'll visit the hospital here for a second. Hopefully I can do a U-turn. Well, my steering pump didn't like me, but worked out all right. The moon's still rising. Pretty cool looking over there. Not very clear picture on this phone. Actually, I have oddly some Amish friends that we from time to time go and have rock soup parties with. So I've actually had enormous amounts of Amish food in my life. My grandfather was like best friends with a Amish guy named Hank, and we used to go up to his farm all the time. Not on stream, at least. I think I'm heading back into a downtown area. I see more streetlights up ahead, but I'm not familiar with this area very much, so I don't know what exactly I'm about to run into. This is kind of weird, actually. I'm in some sort of addition, actually. It looked like a major road, but then now that I'm down here, it's just a bunch of houses. I think I know the direction I'm going, though, which should be correct. It might just bring us back out. Thank you, Agnes. But yeah, it might just bring me out to the Walmart that I was at a while ago. I think I just did a big circle. People around here still have their Christmas lights up. I don't know what the queue is. Sorry, I'm trying to Oh, really? Yeah, I've only ever eaten Amish food from really one family. So, and they were really, really good. Whoever cooked the food was really good. But I don't in general. I've had we used to get like produce and like eggs from them though. There's lots of little roadside I missed that. I saw something about videos from somebody. Sorry about that, but yeah, there's lots of little roadside stands from the border of Michigan. Right now, I think I'm about half an hour away from Michigan. I'm surprised this hasn't dead-ended yet. I must be coming back up on that Walmart. I think that's where this addition leads. I really don't even know. I'm only guessing. What about Adam? He's still over in Ohio somewhere. Very interesting lifestyle, I will say that. Not the Amish, not Adam. The moon is definitely getting bigger. All right. Let's see if I know where I am. If I'm correct, straight ahead should be the Walmart. I'm not 100% sure though. I hate these four-way stops like this. Actually, I don't even know if it is a four-way stop. I need to go quick. Okay. Yeah, they're an interesting group of people, and yeah. Adam has his own marketing career right now, and he helped me get a lot of the earlier videos filmed. But yeah, as I've said, I started 539 Productions myself in mid 2015, and then shortly after that, in about January of 2016, my friend Adam and James helped me out, or started helping me out with a lot of filming. And then they moved on to their own projects after that. And Adam's concentrating on his wedding that's coming here next month. So that's what's going on there. But my mom and dad are doing fine. As I said recently, they just got back from Las Vegas here a little bit ago. They spent some time out there. I definitely wasn't 100% correct on where I was. Going past a gas station though again. Another house that looks abandoned, but it isn't. Another one of these roads that have a speed limit that's way slower than the size of the road, or than it feels like it should be due to the size of the road. It's only a 35 mile per hour speed limit. It's kind of hard not to go like 55 on these roads, because they're really nice wide roads, but because the factories are here and the trucks are going in and out 24 hours a day, yeah, it gets incredibly slow. No. But, Sorry, I hope some of you aren't talking directly to me because I'm missing some context in some of these comments, and so I have no idea what's going on. There's a lot of train tracks. I think I'm coming back up on a town of some sort. A lot of these roads are so windy that it's difficult to even know what direction you're going in unless you have the GPS on. And it's still 35 in the middle of nowhere. This is some incredibly large factory here. My dad is. My dad is a quarter Cherokee. Sorry, I saw something about an abandoned house. I didn't catch the whole comment. I do abandon houses sometimes. It's been a little while, but when I find the right one, I will do an abandoned house. They're a little bit trickier of places to go. You have to be very careful. Again, some places look abandoned and aren't abandoned, and that's kind of the biggest risk you find. And then sometimes places have squatters. So yeah, I'll be doing lots of different types of locations here shortly. I'm just kind of gearing up towards summer right now, and the bad thing about the area that I'm in is I've sort of blown through all of the good locations that aren't graveyards, so it's just a bad area that I'm in. But when I start doing the bigger trips here, like I said, when I'm going out west, I'll be doing a lot of different types of locations. The cemeteries are just kind of I like doing them. I'm always going to do them, but in a way, it's just a temporary little streak. Things will kind of go back and forth just depending on what I'm capable of getting to at the moment. And there just happened to be a long list of graveyards that I've been trying to get to for a very, very long time, and it just made sense at the moment to get those done and out of the way, so that I could not only move on to bigger and different locations, but as well I'm trying to basically clear out this area a little bit more. My locations were getting far too thick, and so I have about, in the Indiana and Ohio and Michigan area alone, I probably have over 150 locations marked that I either want to film at or want to check out. And so it was getting to the point where it was so difficult to find new locations and remember where they were, that I just pretty much kind of said to myself, you know, I'm just gonna start doing everything that I see. I'm just gonna pick an area and get everything that I can in that area to clear out all these marks on the maps, on the map that I have, and that way I can kind of organize my locations in this area. So yeah, that's why that's happening. Yeah, and that's the thing. Asian Rose Garden Park, is that the one in southern Indiana? If so, I'm going to be doing that in a few weeks, I think. you know, everything that you do has some effect, you know. You know, I do see a future in YouTube, and, you know, oh yeah, I do remember you mentioning that. I'll have to look it up. I haven't been down to Sweeney or in that area in a long time, but yeah, I might be able to do that. Oh, let's go. Oh, oops, wrong way. I messed up. Yeah, sorry if I missed any questions from you guys. Again, attempting to both. You gotta take off for a minute, Jen. All right, we'll see you here in a little bit. But yeah, I'm attempting to both navigate as well as yeah, for sure, absolutely. Yeah, I'll be in the Ohio area a decent amount before I start heading out towards further away locations, and then obviously, you know, I'll always be back around. You know, my parents live in this area, and I'm assuming for the moment that they're going to remain in this area for a while, so I should be back and forth in Indiana for a while. Oh, sorry. I've got to make these. Alright, when I get back to the command center, I'm going to look and try and see if I can make these chat messages last for longer, because I really apologize that I'm missing so many of your comments. And I'm trying to slow down when possible. Yeah, lots of great old cemeteries in Ohio. I would love to be in Texas sometime. Like I've kind of mentioned before, my sort of long-term plan, hopefully here this year, I would like to start traveling permanently, and be on the road most of the time, be camping a lot, and then occasionally stay at hotels or whatnot when I need to. And so actually I'm just gonna turn around in here real quick, and then we'll get going into a little bit more interesting of an area. But yeah, I'm gonna be traveling pretty much permanently here within hopefully within the year, if not sooner. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Yeah, so if anybody knows any good deals on little campers that can be pulled around by a small Ford Focus, that's kind of what I'm looking for at this point. I don't have a huge budget, but I'm hoping to find something along those lines. And as I said in previous live streams, I've been in the process of converting my car over to a temporary camper. Okay, yeah, I actually I think that's connected with the Haunted Indiana site too. I don't know if it's, I think it's it might be there's a site called Shadowlands, which runs a lot of the haunted state websites, and I think I've seen a few of the locations on there. I've definitely looked at some of the Ohio locations, but yeah, I've pretty much got it almost 100% done. I've been modifying the inside of the car with these kind of little, I don't know exactly what they're called, but they're like little eye hole pegs or whatever that you screw in, and it's gonna be, yeah, it's an interesting sight. And I'm making like a little curtain system so that I can fold down the rear seats, and I've got enough room in there for a little bed and whatnot. So Craigslist for campers. Oh, okay. I yeah, that is a great place for looking for campers. I thought you were talking about for camping locations for a second. Yeah, this town is pretty much shut down too. But yeah, that is a great place for convenient and cheaply priced campers. Bachelor's Grove? Unless somebody else knows, I have no idea. Is that an Indiana town? Or is that the Michigan? I don't even know. Oh, Illinois. Okay. Oddly, I almost never get to Illinois unless I'm going to Chicago. I've been in Chicago so many times. A few of my bands that I've been in over the years have played in Chicago. Not any of the rock bands, but I used to do a lot of brass, little brass groups and jazz groups, and those groups have played in Chicago quite a bit. Wow, there's a lot of people parked on the road in this town. This is actually kind of a downtown area. You can't really tell now that I've gotten away from the buildings, but there's like hundreds and hundreds of houses around here. Good night, Laura. Oh, completely understandable. We'll see you in the next one. I think we're finally starting to get out of the town. A 15-passenger bus. That'd be interesting. I always thought bus campers were kind of cool to convert them, but that'd be a project that I would need a little bit of time to do, which is kind of why I'm converting my car over right now. And plus, with not towing an actual camper behind, it should make it fairly convenient. And then there's a lot of places in between here and Cali that I can boondock at, so it should make it fairly easy for me to get between here and Cali without spending a whole lot of money. Probably a couple $100, just major purchases would be pretty much gas only. But yeah, when that gets done, either way, actually, I'll be heading out to Cali. Like I said, I want to spend a few weeks out there in either late June or early July, and then hook up with a few different YouTube channels while I'm there. But I've been talking to a lot of people out on the West Coast. Yeah, it's always fun to have a good exploring partner. Makes it a little bit rougher trying to run a single channel. You back, Jen? But I do love the idea of doing collaborations with a lot of different channels. Omar did? Yeah, I haven't watched his channel in a little while, but I'm friends with Rob and Joe from Urban Ghost Urban Exploration, and they're friends with him, so if you want to start a channel and start doing stuff, I'll collaborate with you, Jen. But yeah, I'll have to look into that. I haven't checked up on Omar in a while, but yeah, he's a pretty good guy. I'm sure he knows of me. I doubt that he's a fan, but he, like I said, has a connection with some of my friends, so I'm sure that when I make it down to Florida, I might have a chance to meet up with Omar. But at the very least, I'll be doing some collaborations here in the future with oh yeah, I don't know about a whole lot of info about a lot of the western locations, but I'm hoping to get into a few things with without too much trouble. But yeah, I'll be down in Florida hopefully this year as well. Well, more than likely I'll be down in Florida for a while this year. Giving up? What? Oh, on Texas? I definitely am coming through Texas. There's so many great locations in Texas, and it's such a unique place. I definitely want to come through. And I'm in this for the long haul. Like I said, I'm very committed to the social media on me. I'm sure that we'll have a chance to meet up sometime when I'm down there. You'll have to be my official Texas guide. One in Maui. If I can... That was a big one. I'm sorry, I missed part of that. It saw something about the carpetbagger. I wish it would read the chat out loud, although that might be, I don't know how irritating that would be for you guys, but it might help when I'm on the road for it. I know Twitch will do it, but for whatever reason, YouTube still doesn't have a lot of the features. But I will be able to do, as soon as I hit 1,000 on this channel, I can do super chat, and that lasts for longer. For sure, yeah. I mean, when I go to Florida, I'll definitely be going through the Georgia area. I'd love to stop and do a little bit of exploring down that way. Georgia is one of those places that I've always passed through and never had a chance to really stop and explore much. And it seems like such an amazing area that I would hate to pass it up. I'm one of those people, when I hit the road, I kind of want to... My destination is sort of an afterthought, and I like to explore as much in between as possible as well. Baker's Hotel? I'll have to look that one up. That sounds familiar. Good night, Michelle. Thank you for stopping and hanging out with all of us. I think that guy has had his brights on. That irritates me when people leave their brights on. I know some people forget sometimes too, so I don't want to be like judgmental or anything. Wow, I had the heater on. Shoot. Speaking of accidental. See, I hate this area though, because there's so many deer. And then there's so much traffic that you always have to worms. I'll look that one up too. Yeah, for sure. I'll need a guide if I go down there, so I'll be letting you heading down to certain areas, and then if any of you are in those areas, I'd be more than happy to stop by and get a guided tour through a few places. I'm always interested in Good night, guys. Thank you for stopping and hanging out. Yeah, it's also my, my goal here on YouTube to do a lot of collaborations. So I would love to get the chance to work with a few of you guys, as well as some of the other YouTube channels that I am in contact with. Good to still have you here, Agnes. Thank you for sticking around with us. I know with these back roads it can be kind of difficult to watch, so I understand those of you who kind of check out when the road starts getting too dark, but I do appreciate those of you who are sticking with the live stream. been going, what is that, 115, yeah, it's counting minutes, so about 5 minutes away from the 2-hour mark. Pretty decent stream here tonight. I don't know, I might do a few, I might do a little bit from the command center later. I don't really know. Like I said, it's just been rough recently doing streams from there. And especially with the computer problems over the past few days. And Apple apparently has no idea what I'm talking about. They keep thinking that I'm having storage issues on my computer and I'm having problems with my editor, not... Who wants my email? Anybody can get a hold of me at 539productions@gmail.com. The link to that is also available on my 539 Productions page. If you go to the About section, it'll have contact details in there. So if anybody wants to get a hold of me about a potential collaboration, yeah, make sure you hit me up at 539productions@gmail.com. And I will get back to you as soon as possible. I do get a lot of emails coming through there. So I sometimes take a few days to get back with people, but I've been trying to get a lot better at it. The GE complex, oh yeah, the General Electric building. Yeah, big company. I believe that was where one of the or the very first purchasable. They actually got back to me right away. They just didn't quite understand what I was trying to tell them. I've always loved Apple. I'm a big fan of Apple and their systems, but I mean, yeah, they do have a pretty aggressive sales strategy, and a lot of their computers, especially from an IT background like I have, a lot of their computers are very hard to do any sort of maintenance on. Like my iMac, I can't upgrade anything on it, and it's almost impossible to open up. Like I know how to open it, but I would never actually open it because I would have to use a razor blade to open it. No, I mean, in a way, it's functional, but again, it's still hiding a lot of my space somewhere in my editor. So I'm gonna go through and look at everything once again here and see if I can maybe locate where it's hiding everything. But the only problem is the way Apple programs work. It can be tricky. And it can also be really nice too, because a lot of times if you have problems with your Apple programs, you can just erase them and then restart your computer, and that will reload all of your files. Wow, that was really dark. Let's see if I can... Oh, yeah. Alright, I'm about to pull into another gas station, so I'm just going to keep this light on here for a second. But, yeah, I've heard they're actually planning to get rid of their connection with Intel now, which should make it very interesting, because the good thing about when they switched over to Intel instead of PowerPC boards, you can actually install Windows on any Mac. Like my Mac's perfectly compatible with the latest Windows operating system, and so I can load that on there and use Microsoft if I need it. I don't, but if I needed to do that, I could do that. And yeah, now that they're planning to go away from that model, I'm not sure exactly on the compatibility of everything. But yeah, we'll see. But I still find a lot of advantages using Mac, especially with the Unix-based software, or BSD, I guess, pretty much the same thing, but there's a lot less errors and a lot less problems with any type of viruses. Really all you can get is sort of Trojan viruses, which is pretty much required that you install it yourself. But I've had a lot of good luck, but we'll see. I don't really know. It has changed a lot with Steve Jobs leaving. Well, not leaving, passing away, I mean. But okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to look up that location as well when I get back. But yeah, lots of cool travel plans here over the next few weeks, the next few months. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, there's a lot of people like that in the PC world too. Sony's like that very. When I was doing a lot of IT work, Sony had proprietary memory, and you had to buy all of your memory upgrades directly from Sony or it wouldn't fit. They actually changed the slot by 1 millimeter so that it wouldn't fit into a regular RAM slot. So yeah, but yeah, it's getting pretty late here. Been streaming for about 2 hours. I might pop back on, just depends on how everything's going at the command center and how quickly I can get the computer up and running and functional and what I can actually do tonight. So I think I'm gonna call it for right now right here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go live tomorrow. I will try. If not, I will have a road vlog for you tomorrow. If I don't do a road vlog though, then I'll just pop on live, probably on the way. Well, depending on what we're doing it. If I go on an overnight, we will be for sure doing a live stream. So yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thanks, Jen. I'm glad you all are here. The few of you that have stuck around, even though it got dark. Yeah, I will see you all tomorrow in one aspect or another, and hopefully you're live. But thank you very much. Bye, Agnes. Bye, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye to Dixie there and Steven. Appreciate you all. Good night.